Goalkeeper Brad Norman is one such player who has signed a 2-season contract with CS Independiente Rivadavia in Argentina's first division. The 24-year-old played for Maccabi F.C, Moroka Swallows as well as SuperSport United locally before making the switch first to Paraguay and now one of Argentina's oldest football institutions. Good evening, Brad, and welcome to Sport on the Full View. Brad, can you hear me?
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect, Brad. Thank you so much. Okay, so now you've played for both
Thanks for having me.
Moroka Swallows as well as SuperSport United. What do you think it is that you learned from both these teams that put you on the radar for Paraguay Sportivo Lucano?
Well, at SuperSport, I got to work under Andre Arenso, who's one of the top goalkeeper coaches, and he was a top goalkeeper as well as under Ronwin, who's a very experienced keeper. So I got to learn a bit. I wasn't there very long because I got sent out on loan quite early. And then on loan, I was at Swallows. Before I was at Maccabi, where I had a lot of game time and I got a lot of experience.
Okay, so what do you think it is in the way that you carry yourself between the goalposts that made Sportivo look at you and say, we need this young man to come and across and play for our team?
I'm very a technical keeper, and I like to play out the back a lot, and I'm still young with quite a lot of experience. So they saw that and they thought it'd be a good opportunity for me to play in their team, as well as for me to learn. And it was in Paraguay, it was quite a big team, as well as a selling club. So they saw the opportunity for me to play and make money from selling me at the end of the season.
Okay, now let's talk about your transition, moving from South Africa and playing in South Africa to now moving not only to a new team but a new country altogether. What are some of the challenges that you faced and how have you navigated around those?
Well, language barrier. I had to learn Spanish, which I'm still learning. I wouldn't say I'm maybe 60% there. I understand most of it, but I still speak a bit slowly. And then the second is obviously living alone, traveling by yourself, being without your family. So luckily, my team was really helpful, as well as the other players welcoming, and they just helped me get along. And once you get to training and you start, you forget about those.
Okay, now tell us more about your time in Paraguay. Surely as a new team member, you had to fight for your place in the team. It wasn't just given to you on a silver platter.
Yeah, of course. I mean, any team you go to as a goalkeeper, you're competing with 4 or 5 other guys for one position. It's not the same as an outfield player where maybe you can come on in the second half and show what you got. So it was very difficult as well with the pandemic, that as I was making my way into the team, I had to come home. And then when I came back again when I was allowed back in the country, I had to quarantine for 2 weeks in Paraguay. So it was a really stop-start season for me. But I managed to do well in a few friendly games and other games where my team in Argentina saw me and they said, well, you know, if you're not going to stay in Paraguay, there's an opportunity for you here. And for me, moving to a bigger league, I mean, Argentina is one of the best footballing countries in the world. I couldn't really say no.
Let's speak more about your move now that's going to happen to Argentina. We've seen a lot of footballers wanting to move to European leagues. You're doing the exact opposite and moving to South America. What has influenced that, and talk us through that?
Well, I spoke with some of my mentors beforehand, Brad J being one of them. He's mentored me throughout my career, just giving me tips and stuff to do. And he was saying that South America has got the best footballers. And if you look right now in Europe, well, besides for the German goalkeepers, the Brazilian and the Argentinian keepers are the best right now. So I thought it'd be a really good opportunity for me to learn, as well as play in full stadiums with just crazy fans and stuff. So I was like, let me take this opportunity, and that's why I went there.
Okay, so now let's talk about every player in every country who wants to play for their national team at some point or another. What are your aspirations in terms of one day representing South Africa in the national team?
Yeah, of course, everyone dreams of singing their national anthem and wearing their country's kit or shirt. And my move to South America is almost an opportunity for me to showcase my talent, for the national team coach to see me playing in a top league, doing something different so I can be seen. And also,
tell us more now about your communications back home in South Africa. Are you in any communication whatsoever with the national team? Do you know what's happening with the national team? And do you always keep tabs on that so that you can know when your opportunity may come?
Right now, I'm not directly in contact with the national team coach, but previously when I was playing NFT, they were saying that I was last season when I think I played the under 20. I was in position to play in the under 23s, but the Olympics obviously got moved, and I wouldn't be under 23 at the time. So that means I had to further my career to make it into the first team, the Bafana first team, not the under 23 team or whatever it be. So by making this move, I'll be showcasing my talent, and hopefully when the seasons aren't interlapping, the national team selectors will be able to come and watch me play in South America.
Brad, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best as you play in Argentina, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in that national squad quite soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
There we go, Brad Norman, South African goalkeeper, currently playing now and moving into playing in an Argentinian team that is Independiente. Now, with that, we have unfortunately come to the end of tonight.